Alrighty, folks. Coming back live on the YouTubes. My main node or my full node here. My brain is not in gear again. Apparently, my BSC full node is still syncing, folks. But unfortunately, if we okay, of course you're gonna want my password. You can see out of memory. Um, Kill process. Geeth Linux. So I have much more RAM coming. I just apparently 4 gigahertz is not enough, of course. So I got another, I don't remember, 12 or I think I'll have 12 total. I got another 8 coming because I got it cheap enough on the good old Amazon. So that's coming tomorrow, hopefully. But to the lecture at hand today. In our Discord channel, link down in the doobly-doo below, we did have some nice discussions back and forth on how we should be watching for liquidity action and not necessarily just the new pairs. It might be we might need a hybrid of the two actions. We might need to watch for the new pair to get created. Like see here, this is a brand new token that's not even pegged to the to BNB there, wrapped BNB. So yeah, we would have to probably watch for the token that we're paying attention to. So we have to have some way to pre-screen things to get the pair address. But I don't think we really need to. The pair address will help us with the trading. We're going to need to use the pair address, I believe, for monitoring transactions and doing the fancy old stock graphs and whatnot. But I have noticed that there must be a way to reference, to cross-reference things because in these tools like I'm watching ARS, one of our Discord members mentioned Archaea swap. I don't even know how to pronounce that. ARS token. And I've noticed that if you search for the pair in these guys' search box, it still comes back to the token. Because if we grab, let's see if it's making me a liar or not, but I believe that's the token address that these guys are looking at and not the pair contract. Yeah, so they somehow go back to the actual token and are getting all the information they need versus looking directly at the liquidity contract from PancakeSwap or whatever. So there's a little bit more research I need to do there. But you can search. There's a way to search from the pair, and I thought I turned you down. Um, there's a way from here that they're matching behind the scenes where it says ticker or token address, but you can also put the pair address for PancakeSwap's LP token as well. So there's some more learning there on how they match this up. But what I did come up with the help of several others, or at least a few others in our Discord channel, is I did come up with this file, which has been shared in the resources channel of our Discord group there. So what this does is is Web3, and I'm showing you the Discord hook that I've added into it. But what I shared in the channel doesn't add the Discord hook. But what this does is grabs the WebSocket provider URL, and in reality, this absolutely needs to be your own node running right alongside of this code. You want to be as absolute fast as possible, and this absolutely destroys QuickNode. QuickNode counts based on requests, and I've done 150,000 of my 300,000 requests that I get by just simply running this bot for a few minutes. So This absolutely is not for a quick node unless you're paying more than I am. That's for damn sure. Because I got their $9 cheapy package just to get started. But this will get it done on your own node. So what you do is you subscribe. Of course, people call me when I'm live. We'll shut that off. So you get the pending subscription here. So you subscribe to the pending transactions, and then when the data event is triggered, they pass in a th hash. So this function is going to get called absolutely ridiculously fast, pretty much nonstop, which is why I think they wrap it in this set timeout um, to make it even one more to really utilize the async aspect of Node.js here. I believe. Don't quote me on that, but this function seems to get called an absolute tremendous amount of times. And then what we're doing is through our research last night in Discord, I figured out that if we just go and look at the last time I ran this output, let's look at a nice big one. There's a 182325. All right, so let's go look at the hash of this one. So I just pick a random one with a pretty good liquidity. So let's kick on over to a BSC scan situation. All right, so this happened an hour ago when I was scanning. And so this is add liquidity ETH. So yeah, so this function call here, this is called a regular expression for those that aren't necessarily following. This is matching the head or the most significant digits, so the left most significant digits of the tx.input field. And if we come over here and check out the tx input field, so if we where's the default view or original? So see, like if here's the input data. So this is the raw. So in the tx.input object for JavaScript there contains this whole string. What I'm doing, if you notice, I'm grabbing that and looking for that to be on a given transaction, because if we just go and pick on any old transaction here, so this is a random, we have no idea what this transaction is. You can see it's not the same function hash value there. It's not, that's what we're looking to match against, because this spits out even though you're seeing it spit out fast here, there's an immense sea of data that this function generates. That subscribing to the pending transaction is a crazy amount of data, and these are transactions in flight in the blockchain. Good God, give it up, people. You're going on mute now. They want to call me when I'm on live from YouTube. They don't know my channel though. I'm sure. So, but yeah, so what we're looking at here is we're filtering out, and we're only, in this particular case, sending a console log and then sending a message into Discord is how I do it there. When this particular code runs, it's just sitting around waiting, but it doesn't have to sit around long, because it's looking for all of the hundreds of potential, or, I mean, we could actually go in, I believe here, and I think over here, yeah, I can attach, and I could go tx pending maybe. I gotta look up the command here real fast. So let's do some learning in real time, folks. Where to go? txpool, here we go. txpool status. txpool status. So yeah, see, my node don't have it. So let me do this. And then we'll sanitize my input. And then we'll move it back. All right, so now this is connected to my quick node. And to prove it, there, that's a good result. So false looks like a bad result, but that's asking the question, are you synced up and are you a full node now? This needs to be false. When you connect to my node that I just did, that gives you a JSON object to let you know where you're at in the sync process, even though nobody really knows what that shit means. So, especially like the known states or the pulled states, nobody really knows like what the ultimately the true number is out there. Basically, you just have to go by somebody else's node, is how I understand that. But back to the lecture at hand, it's txpool status. So as of that second, and we'll run it again here, boom, that's how many pending and queued transactions are happening for this block. And this is, and you'll notice if we do this long enough, and I'll burn some questions, some requests here. Boom, you see how that dropped real quick there? I'm thinking a new block just got minted. That's how fast things are going. We would have to watch another. Boom! See the number went from already 93. I don't know, but maybe I don't know, folks. But that's how what we're talking about. We're talking 8,000, 9,000 data structures to look at, and you won't necessarily see the impact of it. But if we do txpool dot content, so this is ask, if you do this command, this is asking for an immediate, and looking for, just dump everything you have. So this is the polling version of subscribing to the same information. So if you want to poll it once, but watch how much data. So it's going to sit here, and it's going to sit here, and it's absolutely burning. Bam, there we go, folks. So this is a one request. That is all. That's just asking the BSC node for one request of the data. That's not like an ongoing thing. That is like what is happening right now. And you can see these transactions have not been put into a block yet. These are all pending transactions that you see there. If we were to scroll way up, you could see, I believe, at the very beginning of this nonsense. Yeah. Let's see. I believe I saw in some of these, and it might be when you call it too, and then the content, yeah, pending. So these are only the pending transactions. So these are not been assigned to block yet. There, but now if we go in and grab our little hash without the caret there, so let me copy this carefully. So we don't want the caret. The caret is in regular expression term to pin to the most left significant digits. So now if we open up a search, and bam, we're catching liquidity events just on right there. So I can then go grab this hash, come over to Binance scan, and boom, that is still a pending block, folks. Like, it's been a minute, easily been a minute now, I would hope. And that is still a pending block waiting to get added to the blockchain. So we saw and know what this transaction is going to contain. We know this is a liquidity event for whatever, and I'm assuming, yeah, right here, that looks like a pancake swap. So we'll leave that one open, go to BSC scan, and this happens to be the pancake router. Yeah, that is absolutely the pancake router. Somebody just added liquidity right there, folks, to this block, and it's not even in the blockchain. Still isn't in the blockchain, and it might not get added to the blockchain. It might sit there and wait. Like if this guy didn't put enough gas on it, maybe, I don't know. I know in the Ethereum world sometimes you have to gas them a little bit. But yeah, this dude just added liquidity, and we're waiting it for it to be. So what we could probably do. So there's the from. But see, we got to wait for the transaction to execute. I guess, folks, I don't know that. So there's a couple people in the channel that keep asking about getting how we can get on the same block as this, and other bots seem to be doing that. So if you definitely have any inputs or any ideas, come definitely join the Discord group and hang out in the DeFi channel, which is basically the only channel we got at the moment, but hopefully that'll change as we grow this little community of ours. But yeah, so this transaction is still pending, folks. So let's go find the next one. So we'll jump down to that one. And it's easily been a couple minutes by now. That transaction is still pending. And then if we search for this one, that transaction is still pending. It doesn't even show up. Wow, and that's even got $488 worth of BNB on that sucker. All right, and then we search for the very next one in the same, like here, like, are you serious? It's two transactions right next to each other are adding liquidity, and it's pending still. Did any of these come back yet? That one's not come back yet. They're all. Oh, I'm stupid. No, that I did TX. They're all, well, it's jumping a little bit. It's 180, 182. All right, there we go. 26, there we go. So it may have wrapped. Or, yeah. So let's get a little ways away and check that one. We're leaving that one just to see if that one happens to come up. Why is it still pending? I thought Binance was faster than this. So this is still pending too. $500, folks. Yeah, there's just too many unknowns for me to really to know. So what we might have to do is start watching these hashes for them to not 10 BNB, $5,000, folks, in a liquidity event right here. Dude. See, they're all using the same gas value. Let's go down a few more. I'll see that gas changed a little bit there. That gas changed a lot there, whatever that one is. All right, we're gonna leave that one open. That was a big one, folks. Okay, boom, we got one that pended. That's not pending. All right, fuck Dogecoin. With $15 worth of liquidity, folks. $15. So if we then come over here, and we should be able to then come back to this code here. Crunch, 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 chew, chew, chew. Thank you, thank you. And then search for this. Go back. Bam, there it is. And there's the pair, folks. So that's how we would match it up. So we may want to have both of these running. So bam, there's the actual pancake swap liquidity right there, folks. And if we take this and we'll pop, I want to keep that up because I'm looking at, so we'll pop a new Dex Guru. Let it start to do its loady load thing. And what we can do is interrupt it right there. And let's see if it changes or if it stays on it. See, it might not. It might fail there. If and it will fail there because I didn't do that right. Hold on, folks. We'll do it the right way. And see what it comes up with. So we'll go, this is the new window, so we'll search for it here. Bam. And fuck dodge. So it's a B5C. Yeah, see, then it's picking up the 3B. Yeah. Alright, so 1 hour is too long, folks. So we'll do 1 minute. Yeah, see it? Yeah, see, there's been a little bit of liquidity ads here. So yeah, 1 minute's a little crazy. But so yeah, this random unknown coin is doing some volume a little bit, folks. And there's bots all over the place. Bot. So this is a random liquidity event worth, so now there's 0 liquidity. So it's showing 0 liquidity. But that may have not, oh, there we go. Nope, it still says 0 liquidity. $4 billion. We're into the billion numbers. Alright. So this dude, view all, last page. Alright, this dude right here added this dude right here, I think. Yep. So then what we want to do, yeah, see, this guy just got out, I think, 33 seconds ago. He cashed out. Is it that fast, folks? Does it literally happen? Well, see, this dude was doing things hours ago. Oh, so we didn't catch the first liquidity event. That's what happened. Alright, so we caught just a random liquidity event on this token. Alright. So that's a learning point right there, folks. It may not be the first, well, 19 hours ago, though. That could have scrolled back 19 hours, I guess. Yeah. Alright, so that's the ticket, folks. So I should be printing out the time, but I was having trouble with that back in the day there. You're still talking there. We'll shut them down. So yeah, the pair was actually created on PancakeSwap right there 19 hours ago. I can't prove it, but that's how long I had to scroll back to find it. But that's it, folks. There's still some action happening. But it looks like, to me, so this guy put in, yeah, he put in 0.05 BNB. And then he just pulled out 50. 09. We have to look. Let's go over here. And, well, they update their app a lot. That's good. And then let's search it over here. Alright. Yeah, the liquidity's gone, folks. Yeah, boom. It's the same dude right there. Boom, 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 boom. Took all the liquidity out from these guys right there. And then he bought some more. How did he make a profit on that fucker? He profited on it. I wonder if he's gaming the automated market making, because it's the same dude. It's the same guy right here. Look it's the same, except for right there and right there. Bam, look it. It is the same dude running all these transactions. So in this particular case, I don't know that he actually pulled out much, if anything, because you got to pay for all of the fees. And it doesn't say that he drained any. Usually there's a drained, but he's not actually. So he didn't actually have to remove the liquidity. He just traded out of it to push the price up and to get his original money out. Because it looks like that's weird, folks. I want more than 17 trades. Yeah, so that's the. See, yeah, there's 52 transactions, so he's only given us. So this action actually happened last night with there. And all of this action led up to him taking all his money out of it because there's now no liquidity there. There's nothing there. Absolutely no liquidity there. So I don't even know if you could buy this token now. Well, there might be a tiny bit there for these people that are still holding it. But oh no, it says there's $271 of liquidity there, but oh, that's down in the price. I got a lot to learn on this, folks. So there's still $200 of liquidity there. Lot to learn, folks. I don't understand most of this yet. The price did drive up, but it's the same dude driving the price up. He's sold a bunch and then bought a bunch more and then sold a bunch. I'm almost wondering if he's gaming the automated market maker somehow, and by pushing the price up and then just selling off of his coin for a time. For what it says here, we'd have to total it up. So it's yeah. So that looks like a total right there. Yeah. So he bought 3 times and sold. Yeah. See. Well, look at that. He sold more than he's bought. So this is a whale somehow manipulating the automated market maker here. It has to be. So I bet you if we went and did an audit on how he generated his coins, I bet you he generated a bunch of coins. I bet you he minted a bunch of coins, put in so many into the pancake swap pool, let a few bots. No, that's not even a few bots. He did it himself. He kept buying and selling. He sold, 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 sold. Well, we can't go by that. I want to see all of the transactions, people, and that might be where they're limiting now. I don't know. I'm gonna start looking to build this something like this. I'm fighting like hell to get TradingView to cooperate with me. They want you to jump through so many damn hoops just to get their quote unquote free library that I may not even have charting. We'll link out to start to another chart package because or link out to something because link to these guys. I don't care because TradingView is so hard to deal with, folks. I want to have a TradingView type integration here for our own charts. I don't want to use their site. I want my own charts. And they say they have a free library, but you have to interact with their freaking support people or their account team. And they want a corporate email address, and they want to prove that you're ready to actually put the code to use and not just like have access to it. Oh, it is. And this is now the second time I've interacted with them. I had a customer a while ago um, want want me to help them work on a back end, and in the process, their front end, they were even trying to negotiate with TradingView, and it was such a pain in the butt. I should have guessed that it would have been a pain in the butt for me when I'm just simply, oh hey, can I get access type request? I gave them my domain name and email address that's not Google because you can't even put a Gmail address in their form. Um, but of course, that email address has to match the domain itself, and then they want you to have a domain specific GitHub account. You can't just use like your own GitHub account. It is ridiculous to work with these people, folks. So that's a rant for working with TradingView. But I think at the very least, I might start building this so that we can get more than the last 17 trades. And then I'll just hot link to their chart if I have to until we get kicked out. Um, but yeah, the this is weird to me, folks. I don't understand this particular one. But like if we go back and look at ARC swap now, or ARS token, I don't even know how to pronounce. So let's do it. Yeah, so boom. Um, the price is down a little from where I was looking. I was looking back here at buying a little bit of this token, but I wanted to talk to the dude that recommended it in Discord first before actually creating a video or talking about it because he seemed to be a little bit more or a lot more informed on this particular project than I did. But um, keep one eyeball out on these guys. They seem to at least pass the sniff test, at least for another 227 days, maybe, I guess that is. Because this is, if you trust these guys, apparently, this is a locker, certified liquidity locker. So please be aware that only the LP tokens here are locked in the contract. Circulating tokens are not locked here, and any unlocked circulating tokens can be sold at any time to withdraw the underlying with liquidity. Please do strong research. So yeah, what we would want to check out is, all right, so yeah, there's the liquidity tokens are locked here, but it'd be nice to have a time lock on any other tokens that may have been generated um, in the process. So yeah, there's definitely some due diligence to do on these guys. But hey, it's an up and coming project. They have some good marketing at least. I would like to have seen an interface or something, but I'm not going to turn this into a whole review of those guys because it was just something recommended in Discord. And then for my storing of database details, I'm already up to 6.33 megabytes of text-based data. Holy shit. Of all the pairs from Pancake. So what I could do is we could say token 0, and so let's go look at when this guy was created. Where'd it go? And then we come back here. We see if it was a token 0. It wasn't a token 0, so we can do a token 1. Ooh, really? You don't have the data? Then how the hell did this find it? Or am I not searching on it the right way? Yeah, right there. Bam. And it was a token 0. Alright, so am I not searching? Oops, I almost leaked. I don't want to leak that, folks. That was my day job. Don't look at that. Oh. That's a bitch. Apparently we're getting a medical call, folks. I'm not necessarily going to go, but I do need to turn on my... I need to turn on this in case they ask for more assistance. I'll try not to leak any... I'm turning on that little screen there. It's for my software-defined radio if you're into that stuff. And then on another screen, I'm lighting that up just in case. So if stream starts glitching right now, folks, I'm burning up a little extra CPU. Alright, they're getting started en route. So am I filtering this right? Let me look to see what the medical call was real fast, folks. Alright, difficulty breathing. At least they're breathing, so we'll yeah, there we go. Alright, they are definitely en route. Alright, folks. So let's try this just to see, because I'm definitely new here to this concept. Still, so token 0. That should say filter token 0. Give it to me, Bank. Give it to me, Neil. Alright, good. So now I should be able to say this guy. Give it to me, Neil. Really? Huh. Can I just search on the string itself? Yeah. Invalid. I don't know, folks. It should be in there. You would think it would have been in there. Because I'm stuffing all the data in there. Weird. I gotta look at that. Alright, squirrel. That's the life of an EMS operator, folks. I get squirreled all the time. Alright, looks like they're on scene now. And, ooh, goddamn, I keep exposing my day job. Alright, I don't think I've got much more. Oh, and speaking, yeah, this is eating up too much bandwidth, folks. We'll have to shut that down, so we'll shut that off. On the concept of the BSC nodes, there was an update, maybe here, or was it over here? One of these two. That there is basically we're waiting on Binance. So PancakeSwap and the Graph, and some of these. Wow, my computer is just not having any fun anymore, folks. I need to get a better computer, because it can't handle a little bit of usage. Apparently, I've shut down my hardcore stuff. But yeah, so I think it was here. No, it was 11 days ago. Oh, it might be this one. Yeah, here we go. So basically, it's looking like the from the pancake swap people, they've got a couple instances or incidents set up with the graph, and they know about it and are aware and have mentioned that effectively it's they're waiting for a node from, I think it was this one here. If we could actually open up. Um, yeah. So as of May 10th, uh, they effectively they say, I mean, what, we'll find out if I can't sync my own node up, I guess. But apparently, as of May 10th is the last update we've gotten on this, is that they're waiting on a node to respond correctly, I guess, is what the answer is to why, like, PancakeSwap, the info.pancakeswap and whatnot is not working. And so we might not be able to get a node synced up, folks. I don't understand it. But yeah, this is definitely a pretty big rabbit hole that I've gotten myself into here. And did these transactions ever complete? It's been a long time. Yes, they're still pending. They must not have gassed those appropriately. 10 B&B, folks. And it's still sitting there pending. Weird. I don't know enough about it yet, folks, but um, all right. So that's what it is, folks. If you're looking at this particular method ID in the code, that's how you would what you would watch for all of them. And then what we're gonna do now is instead of um, going through every single one of these, I'm gonna figure out with everybody else's help in our Discord, figure out a handful of contracts that we're gonna want to start to watch because there's launch events happening all the time of allegedly legitimate coins. We don't know. But if we can start doing some community grouping of collaborating about some due diligence, I will gladly provide some resources and for a way to us to get in on things as quickly as possible. There's discussions going on in the Discord group of possibly creating a smart contract. I would like to create it in a way that we might be able to tell it, which um, contracts we want to go trade. Make it a universal type thing. Because I envision a decentralized app here, um, where we are watching the txpool for these pending transactions, and we have a situation where, okay, yeah, you've agreed to commit to a certain project based on whatever research, and then ahead of time, what we could do is have a contract sitting out there already deployed, and that would spend on your behalf, and we may even be able to add in a with all the other functionality, a minimum and a maximum type thing that you're willing to spend, at least on the B&B side. We might not be able to control how much happens on the other side because that's going to be a lot of tokenomics that we might not be able to control in a smart contract. But if you're willing to say, okay, only spend 0.01 B&B and take whatever you can get for the first transaction, and then do that in a decentralized way where that you can request back your funds at any given time, and or make the transaction happen, and then it could be living on the blockchain waiting to be commanded, and then you could either run your own bot with your own node, or in a decentralized way we could create our own token that would help fund the running of a community-based resources where but we can keep this in a non-custodial way where we don't actually give up, nobody actually gives up control per se, of the tokens. Yeah, you're going to have to send the tokens to the contract, so we're going to have to definitely trust the contract to do the right thing. So there'll want to be some auditing and some definite testnet action happening there. But we can simulate a lot of that in a testnet environment. Um, the only problem is we got to get PancakeSwap. If you watch my last video, I couldn't get PancakeSwap to react correctly. So what we may have to do is fork PancakeSwap and make it do the right thing on a testnet for us. They may be purposely breaking the testnet functionality, or they don't realize they've broken it or something. But yeah, we absolutely need a testnet set up so that we can be ready and waiting for transactions, these liquidity events to happen. And if we had a smart contract sitting out there waiting for a command from us, so basically what we would have to do is see that this is going to be, that's the thing. I'm not sure how we can in a decentralized and non-custodial way, other than, yeah, I want to do some research on that, folks. I want to have a smart contract sitting out there that anybody can use, um, to start sniping. Yeah, we're going to have a bot of some sort watching to trigger in and out of these trades. But I don't like the fact, there's been a couple discussions of of like the Butler app, and there was another one out there I saw where you had to hold on to their token to even use the bot. And yeah, that might be some value in that, and that absolutely rewards the developer immediately with the value of that token going up. But I'm not sure that's the right way to do a decentralized situation. And I'm losing my voice again. That seems to be a recurring problem because mostly I don't talk a lot. And now I'm talking all the time when I'm coming live. So, yeah, that's going to be my next research project, is to research a smart contract that people can send their Binance, their BNB tokens to, but then also immediately get them back. Just, you're going to have to pay a gas fee, but thankfully on Binance right now it's not terrible. But have a way where you can send up a little bit of BNB that only you can manage, and maybe work with like a signed signature or something, to actually trigger events. But if we could have a smart contract that's out there, we could do this in a decentralized way, I'm thinking. And if not, you just would have to deploy your own smart contract. Because let me complete a thought here one time, is so what would happen is, if we run this as a DApp or not, it could be our own smart contract. But I wouldn't want to peg a contract to a specific contract it's trading. Uh, like Julian at Eat the Blocks, he's gone out and made a couple very specific contracts that you deploy that only can trade certain assets, and that seems to be, yeah, if that's the only assets you want to trade in that contract, great. But I figure if we could make it in such a way where if you build the contract to say, all right, I'm going to approve you to trade this asset, so we could have a way for that contract to get approved to trade a certain token at a given time, in a decentralized way via some sort of third party trigger. Because that's what we need. We need a secure way to say, hey, this is time to trigger. And then if that's out of one person's control or not is to be determined. But what we would end up doing is running a bot like this that scrubs the txpool for the pair, not only being, well, so not only do we want to watch the txpool, we probably want to watch the pair created on the contract itself too, because that might be the first event to fire. But then we're going to want to watch in the txpool for the pending event, and then have either a smart contract or JavaScript here immediately go out and approve that LP, approve that process and trade and swap that coin using the Pancake Swap tokens like Julian at Eat the Blocks has documented in his watch pairs code. I don't know if you want to do it directly from the watch pairs because from what it looks like, there might not be an immediate add liquidity event. The pair could get created without liquidity as well is what it's looking like. I'm not certain on that. So we'll have to do a little research on that. Um, but yeah, the whole concept here is looking for these liquidity events because, like, if we flip back to this ARCA guys and go back to these guys, um, if you would have gotten in here and gotten out there with enough BNB, unfortunately there's only $18,000 there, so you would definitely want to meter a bot's reaction. You wouldn't want to come at this guy hard. I don't think, because he's gonna be a whale. You based on the transactions we saw earlier, this there could be a whale out there, and that's what we've got to watch for before we we pull a trigger on any of this. You've got to watch for any other holders that are just simply holding on to the coins outside of the liquidity pool. Because they can come in and say, okay, I want to swap all these coins for ETH or BNB in this world, and bam, it's gone. There's no more liquidity at that point if they're holding other tokens that they've not staked, and that's where these kind of transactions where you put a locker on a good percentage of the tokens, and that's what it looks like these guys have done is they've generated a bunch of tokens, and 99% of them are locked up right here. So that might be the right way to go. I don't know. That's something to be determined. Um, but yeah, these guys seem to have a concept there that's pretty interesting, and at least there's some amount of there's a lot of tokens locked up here. But it doesn't give me a good value of what it actually is. Yeah, so Jan 1st, 2022 at 2 in the morning, probably UTC time, I would think, is when this particular liquidity unlocks. But like their warning says, if a whale still has a bunch of tokens, this won't matter. So we've got to have another way to take a look at liquidity in that case. So that's today's learning curve is we got to look at more of the TX pool. We've got to filter out. We got to figure out a way to because there's so much data, folks, and there's so many scams happening. You can't just I don't think you can just run a bot and feed it with a few BNB and say here you go and come out with more BNB in the end. There's got to be a little more strategy to it than that. It seems like. But maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know, folks. Definitely enjoy some comments down below. Like and share. Join the Discord group for some more chat action and more discovery. There's been a little discussion of building something and making it a community-owned tool, and I'm absolutely 100% behind that. I'm all about sharing. Most of the stuff I use anyways is all open source technology. I have absolutely no qualms or no reservations on sharing what I've learned from other people. As long as they keep sharing with me, we can make this a good community and get, figure out a way to hold our own bags here, folks. That's at the end of the day, that's the big picture. Is I want to hold some bags of valuable coins and or stable coins. I don't care, or even fiat in the end. Um, but this seems to be the absolute wild west of blockchain technology, and I absolutely want in, folks, because this is and that was just one execution in time. So like there's another 9,800 Oh yeah, see, that queued number was low, so we absolutely hit a new block there. That is nuts, folks. All right, I am going to keep researching and keep chatting in the Discord group there, and I will catch you in that next video, folks.